Hello, hello. This is the 166th episode. Nope.
Test.
Okay. Hello, hello. This is the 160. How much is it?
The 166th test from the future.
There we go. An experimental podcast from the year 2224, which we are sending from our present to yours. My name is Dirk.
My name is Simon.
My name is Marvin.
Hey, there's three of us.
Hey, again.
Hey, and it's episode 166.
Yep, and we are very much outside.
Good thing that I practiced that 20 times before we started.
Mm-hmm.
And we're outside, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we outside? It's a surprise. We'll let you, the listener, know why we're outside in a minute.
I think most people who listen to our show, they don't read the subject, the title of the episode, so it truly is a surprise. You know, they only know what we're talking about and they hear us.
They're going to check it out now.
No, they're never going to look at the show notes or the title or the custom artwork that doesn't exist. That would be crazy.
I don't know, and I'm here as well.
Exactly.
There we go. Mm-hmm. But before we get to why we're here and what we're doing here, I have seen you guys practicing a handshake the last week.
Yep. Marvin's been showing me one.
So what is it?
Let's do it right now, yeah, Marvin? Okay, so.
Yes, we got it.
Yep, there you go. And
now, normally it's something that only robots can do, because this is the handshake that's used to enter the secret area at the back of the bar, which is robots only.
Mm-hmm. But now I know the handshake. Apparently, you told me I'll be able to get in there, yeah?
Yes, well, I kind of gone against my brothers here by showing you the handshake.
Sure. Will I need to wear like some tinfoil on my head? You know what I mean? Like to make myself look robotic, or should I just not do that?
No. Just the fact that you can rotate your wrist 180 degrees.
Mm-hmm. That would be convincing.
In the opposite direction, and then tickle your toes with it. I think that's probably enough proof that you're not human, but you have an implant. So.
At least today, a prosthetic hand. Yeah.
And we're saying bar. We're talking about your bar, right?
That we spoke about in the previous episode.
Indeed, yes, my bar, the travelling bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So keep on practicing, and let me know if it works out. Mm-hmm. But since you guys have a cool thing going on right now, I also wanted to try something cool. I want to end the episode with a deep voice.
Okay. But not as a surprise for the listener?
I'm going to announce it.
Exactly, that everyone can anticipate it.
Exactly. Also, so I don't forget.
Oh, that too. And if we notice you not saying it in a deep voice, we can remind you.
You can gesture in my direction in case I forget.
Yes, we haven't gone through some time, space. Normally, it's just deep voice coming out of Dirk's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So there's a lot of traffic going on right now, so I think maybe I move on to explaining where we are, why there's so much noise. Mm-hmm. We're in a shopping mall. Very high up in the sky.
So high up. Above the cloud high up.
Exactly. And we're here to shop. Mm-hmm. We're not at the shopping area right now. We're not at the entertainment area right now. We're at the food court.
Mm-hmm. The outdoors food court. And it's really hard to get a seat here, so we've been waiting for a while. We got a seat right next to the shuttle station. Mm-hmm. So there's constantly shuttles passing by, hover bikes, flying cars, everything. So we can barely understand each other. But we got to sit down. That's a nice day for it.
Yeah, yes, it's an amazing view.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, actually. Yeah, and what surprises me is that birds have been settling here as well.
Yeah.
I've seen them passing by.
I don't think they could have flown up here like by themselves. They must have come up on either shuttles or maybe some flew through a portal, or
maybe they evolved and they can fly up so high right now.
I mean, sure, why not?
So anyway, so for our listeners, this is a sky-high shopping mall. Mm-hmm. So why is it all the way up here? It's windy, a little cool. Mm-hmm. Why is it up here? Because everything is tax-free.
Exactly.
Because right here it doesn't belong to anybody.
No, correct. International airs.
Yes, international
skies.
Airs.
There you go, international skies.
Yeah, exactly. So everything is cheaper, which is why it's super crowded here. Sometimes I feel it's more crowded up here than it's down there. Mm-hmm. And there are some people. I'm not sure if they can hear the people, but they can definitely hear the shuttles.
Yeah, the shuttles are very loud.
Okay,
we are right on the edge of the food court, like just on a balcony. Like that's why we have such a nice view, of course. So maybe we're a little bit further away from all the people speaking, so hopefully it's quiet enough for our listeners to hear us. And
we're all the way up here because Marvin needed to get more supplies for his bar, and we thought, let's hop along, make an episode. Get some last-minute sauce as a present.
This especially seemed like a good idea when we went to the bar last week.
Yes.
We got talking about it, so, yep. And it is a good idea. It didn't just seem a good idea after some screwdrivers. It's a good idea now, too.
Exactly. But then maybe Marvin, maybe you tell our listeners, what are you planning to get here?
Yeah, so I've got a list of things I need, some essentials to get for the bar. So we have, let me see here on the list, drink coasters, toothpicks, interstellar drive, kitty litter, ice cubes. Yes, there's quite a range of things.
Okay. There are some interesting things on your list. Ice cubes.
Yes, well, we buy them ready-made because nobody has time to be making ice cubes.
Makes sense,
Sure.
yeah.
And the cat litter?
In case the cats come back.
Ah, sure.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Both the patrons,
Patrons.
the patrons, and the employees, and just normal cats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Interstellar Drive. Is that the thing I saw you looking at earlier?
Yes, I was just weighing up the options because I'm thinking of taking the bar interstellar.
Cool.
Because of course we have our intergalactic friends, the alien species, who have shown an interest in the bar. And
So far you've just been keeping it within the solar system, the bar, I mean.
Yes. So want to try and take it outside to their home planets.
Okay.
Of course, they'll have to do some research into the types of drinks that they would be able to consume and what they would enjoy.
I think you did. So have aliens been coming to the bar so far?
Yes, definitely.
So-
I've had some of the Illuminati and the Martians dropping in. Yes, just to check it out.
Sure. But I understand you want to find out what are the local drinks, yeah, from their home planets.
Yes, exactly. Yes, so they've only been tasting what's available on the menu. So human drinks, robot drinks.
Cat drinks.
I think they find neither of them are quite up to their taste.
Okay. So you're arguing with the droid that was selling the Interstellar Drive. Did it work out because you didn't end up taking it?
Yes, there was a bit of haggling over the price there. I think it was rather an older model, and he wanted a certain amount for it that I wasn't willing to pay. So yes, and I think he owed me some money from a bar bill from the previous week as well. So I was hoping for a discount, but it wasn't to be.
Okay. And maybe at the end of the day, things look different if nobody ends up buying it. No? So, anything in particular you were planning to get or hoping for?
Do need to get some last-minute solstice presents. I've been leaving it too late as usual. I haven't actually got anything in mind. After we record, I'm gonna look in windows, look in at stores and so on, and see what's available.
Just whatever.
Yeah, something catches my eye. I looked a little bit already before we started recording, but so far I didn't spot anything.
Okay. So I had a really clear idea of what I wanted to get. I wanted to give to all my colleagues at the Frankfurt City Council a bag of dirt.
Yeah.
Kind of symbolic,
Exactly, from your campaign slogan.
More dirt in Frankfurt.
That was it.
You came up with it.
I know, exactly. I came up with it. I was your campaign manager, and it still slipped my mind because it's been a while. But more dirt in Frankfurt, so that sounds like a good
Excellent. I thought it was kind of symbolic, and also to remind them of, hey, we still need to get this going. But as it turns out, dirt is way more expensive up here than it is down there.
Indeed, there isn't so much dirt up here in the sky. Way more down on the ground.
It needs to be transported here, makes it very expensive.
Yeah.
Plus, to get that amount of dirt back down, you need to pay extra for shipping.
Yeah. So are you going to buy it up here, or will you just get some down below?
Maybe I was just going to get a little bit of dirt and then split it up in little sachets.
Sprinkle a little bit in, yeah.
Yeah, so, but,
Mostly ground dirt, but each bag has a teeny sprinkle of sky dirt.
Are robots doing solstice presents?
I don't believe so. Of course, it depends on where they are in the world, because some celebrate more in the northern hemisphere than the southern hemisphere, I think, at this time of year. Yes, but going back to the dirt question, have you tried? There's a certain brand of shop that's on the ground. It's called Dirt Cheap.
No,
obviously from the name, they sell dirt cheap.
You can balance it out, get the dirt cheap dirt from the ground, and sprinkle in some of this sky dirt, and that will make it even extra special as a present.
Okay, cool. Dirt cheap. Well, what else could they have than cheap dirt? I'm gonna check that out. But now I'm out of ideas, so I'm gonna.
Sure. And also have a look around again in case you see something else that seems like a good idea.
True.
I was thinking, like, we're sitting at the food court now. We should.
I mean, I'm getting a bit hungry.
True.
As with you.
Well, I'm never technically hungry.
Not
but
technically, but would you like to get something to eat? I guess.
I can imbibe something of interest.
Yeah.
Then so maybe I thought, like, maybe we do a quick round of what we like about Sky High shopping. So why are we even here and not just shopping down there? And then we order something.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So you want to go first, Marvin? What do you like about Sky High shopping?
Yes, well, I'm looking for something that will be more lubricating to my innards.
No, I mean about
you're
shopping
meaning to
itself,
drink,
not the
but
food.
you're meaning sorry, Marvin, you're meaning as a drink, and Dirk, you're meaning as
the shopping in
mall
general.
itself.
Yeah,
Like, why come all the way up here rather than going to Dirt Cheap or whatever?
exactly. What do you like about being up here?
Well, as you said, the price is apart from the dirt.
Other than the dirt, right? But everything else is everything is tax free. The dirt is also tax free. It's just really expensive
It's
to get up.
sometimes a little more inconvenient to go up here in the clouds, but when you're here, then it's worth it for the cheap prices. Yes, and the selection. They have a very wide selection.
Yeah, they seem to have a little bit of everything. I like it that they have like your typical stores, but also kind of like flea market kind of atmosphere. Just whatever I found in the basement, I'm selling it up here. They seem to be very flexible.
Yes, but be careful about the actual fleas, because they do tend to get into everything.
Okay, good point. What do you like about Sky High Shop?
For me, it really is the food court here. Like, Marvin was coming up here anyway. I needed to get presents, so of course I'll look around for presents. But I totally could have looked for presents down on the ground. It's really the food court here. They have some real tasty stuff, and I especially like it. Somehow tastes different when you're so high up in the sky, like we are here with the balcony looking down over the clouds. You know.
Apparently, there's some science behind it. Apparently, things actually do taste different way
exactly.
up here. I don't know the details, but I also have the feeling like up here, different taste sensations.
And yourself, Dirk, is there?
I particularly like the view.
Hey, there is that.
Because it's above the clouds. So if there are clouds, you have a really nice, soft landscape you look at with the migratory. And there's always this flocks of migratory birds passing by above the clouds. It seems to never really get dark, so it doesn't really matter
like
what
on
time
a
of day
cloudy
it is.
day, it doesn't affect us.
Yeah, exactly. And also sometimes there are no clouds. You have an amazing view down there.
Yeah, then you can see all the way.
Yeah. So I mean, just for that is already good enough reason, because you can go up here on, like, let's say a flying car or a shuttle or whatever, but then you kind of pass by. Right now, you're just sitting here watching the view.
So, shall we go? Let's each of us go get something to eat, something to drink.
Yeah.
For our listeners, we're going to go to 3 different places that we have lots of different things to talk about, and we'll be back in a few minutes, I guess.
Yes. Okay. Intermission time.
Okay.
Yep. See you in a bit.
And we're back. Back from food break.
Yep.
Or getting food
from
break.
getting the food, and now we're back at our table here. How did we secure an exercise for the listeners to imagine?
Yes.
Actually, what happened is one of us stayed here while the other 2 went and got something, and then
And then changing and waiting. And whatever.
But that we didn't need to leave that in the episode because that's not so interesting.
It does come in handy being able to balance trays on my head whilst balancing other trays on my.
Oh yeah, you've got a huge amount of food there.
On my chin and my leg and every orifice that I can think of.
So who wants to go first?
Marvin?
All right, yes, then I'll explain a little bit of why I've chosen. Yes, there are eateries, there are diners here that are also kind of a bit like a garage. So it's part food, it's part lubrication, it's part energy sustenance for the robotic kind. So I've got basically a pint of sparkling oil. It's from France, I believe. It's a rather distinctive vintage, and also a bag of nuts.
Yes,
not human type nuts. No, I'm talking about
like the metal hexagonal.
Steel ones. Yes, hexagonal, 5mm, I believe, with a few 6mm thrown in just for flavour.
I was
crunchy.
I was about to say, can we all have a taste from whatever the others are?
You can certainly try, but
I mean, we could lick them, but I wouldn't crunch them. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you were starting, I was like, oh no, and then you said, and I have nuts. I was like, yes, and then no. So what did you get?
I got I got a sky hot dog and some Sky candy floss. The word Sky in the title is because we're up in the sky, yeah?
But are there then also any kind of different?
Yeah. So this candy floss here, actually made of the clouds down there. Tastes like them too, in a good way, because these clouds aren't polluted. Otherwise, that'd be pretty nasty. And the hot dog here, maybe you heard some barking earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Those are actually these miniature little... okay, our listeners can't see, but I'm showing you here in my hand. It's like 15 centimetres long. And as you can see, it runs around on my palm here. It's a little dog. But on its back, like a sausage dog, of course, and on its back it's got some mustard and some ketchup here. And then when I'm ready to eat it, clap it here in the bun.
What?
And then munch it up.
Oh, but it looks so cute.
It looks super cute. And it's so fun because it wriggles its little legs and it goes, yep, 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 yep.
So I'm not tasting your stuff either.
No. So wait, for our listeners, it's not actually alive. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
It's
I can see that, but
what I mean is, it's not a so it's not a real animal. It's a little construct. It's basically a robot. Yeah, but no, not a robot. That's also me. It's not sentient. Is the point? Yeah, it's basically a little toy. So it's food that is also a toy that you can eat, and it's all good, and it's super cute.
I think someone else over there has allowed theirs to escape.
Yeah.
I hope there's no robot kids listening to this episode.
No. It's not a robot. It's a toy.
It's a toy, so you
A toy
just
that
eat
you
your
can
toy.
eat. Yeah, exactly. And you can play with your toys. Oh,
Yeah.
no, of course you can. You can play with your food.
And you can eat your toys.
Yep. And see, it's really fun here. Oh, yep, it's jumping into the Sky candy floss here. Now it's like bubbling in around there, you see. It's going to taste a bit funky. It's going to be a bit like sweeter than I usually like, but it's all good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you, Dirk, what did you get? Well, I can see what you got, but please describe it.
Yes, I got the green surprise. So it's you basically everything you order is green, and you just get randomly whatever they have. Took me a little bit longer because I dropped my change, and of course we're up really high.
Pretty high up, so I guess it's
So-
still falling. Or how many minutes ago was that?
This was about 10 minutes ago.
Okay,
So-
probably it's reached the ground by now, but either way, you're not getting it back.
No, I was afraid.
Yep.
So anyway, I got the green surprise. So there's just this little paper bag, and I get to open it up. The paper bag is green, and inside the paper bag is all kinds of green stuff. And apparently, you can put everything in your mouth.
That's good for food. Yeah.
I mean, they also had the brown surprise and the grey surprise.
Uh-huh. They sound less appetizing to me, but actually, no, brown could be really tasty, but
depends.
grey sounds less appetizing.
I mean, I'm also thinking that you get all the same stuff,
Oh,
just different
food colour.
colors, and then you think, oh, this is great. Next time I'm having the other color, and then you get the same stuff, but because it looks differently, your mind thinks, okay, I don't want to go there.
No.
Like all our stuff sounds really gross.
Brown
actually.
surprise.
Mine's not gross. Mine's really cool and cute. Okay, but for our listeners, maybe it sounds gross.
Sparkling oil, like you bite into a dog that tries to run away, and I have.
No, it runs into your mouth. It loves it.
I'm gonna get something else.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's. I think that's it. Yeah.
We have a.
Is there a listener question?
We have a listener question, but there's a question to our listeners.
That's even better. Perhaps you ask it.
Exactly. So exactly. So I can say, because in the question, there's some more folks arriving here.
Indeed. Let's
say the next door.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so we're still trying to get sponsors. I'm not sure if we actually ever mentioned that. We're still trying to get
Like
sponsors.
once or twice it mentioned that sponsorship might be nice.
Turns out sponsors want to know about our listeners.
Yes.
What
they
kind of listeners
they
do
want-
we have?
They want demographic information.
And we really don't have a lot of information about our listeners, other than they're all dead by now.
Yep. That much we know.
Sorry to.
By now in our time in the year 2224, yeah?
Turns out that's not good target audience for
No,
sponsors.
they want people who are alive.
Exactly. So our sponsors want to know more about our customers. So because we can't put a survey anywhere because we're 200 years in the future, hey, 23rd century.
We're going to have to do it inline here in the show. You, Dirk, reading out the questions.
Yeah.
Our listeners answering us by email. That seems to be the way to go.
Exactly. It's the 23rd century, and that's how we solve things. So we have 3 questions, and with multiple choice answers. And this is going to help our sponsors, apparently. So first...
Which will, more importantly for our listeners, help us earn loads of money.
Yes,
And that's
the
why
plan.
we would like you to answer the survey.
And I need loads of money because mine fell down just now.
Exactly. Fell through the grating, down to the ground below. Need to top up Dirk's Kleingeld supply.
So, first question. What is your favorite mode of transport? Teleportation, flying cars, hover bikes, hoverboards, or other?
For all of these, the last option is if the multiple choices don't match you, you can write something else in.
Yeah, exactly. It was a single answer question. So, who would be the perfect salesperson? A human, a robot, a sentient animal, an alien, or other? Again, single answer question. Last question, you can select multiple
multiple
answers.
choice. Okay.
So, what do you like most for breakfast? Artificially printed breakfast cereal, alcohol-free margaritas, vegan steak, a glass of water, or other?
I know you said or, but in this case you could, if you really liked all of that, like some ginormous jumbo breakfast, tick them all plus write in, I say tick them all, tell us in your email, all plus whatever else extra.
Exactly. So how do they email us?
Yes, so there'll be chapter markers. You can easily jump back to hear those questions again in case you missed any of them. And please send your answers to michaellasagna5@gmail.com. And in addition, of course, to your answers, put the number 166 in the subject that we know you're applying to this.
All right. I would say thanks for listening.
And see you in 200 years. It was so deep. Bye-bye. Wait, no. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.